Coming up, Furman Engaged returns.
Also, an opportunity to get better acquainted with your Muslim neighbors.
And what better way to celebrate the long-awaited arrival of spring than a historic Hindu color war?
Things are changing in Furman's basketball program, but not too much.
These stories and more on the Nightly News.
3, 2.
The following program is produced by students in the Department of Communication Studies at Furman University.
I'm Jasmine Waits.
And I'm Olivia Badley, bringing you the Nightly News. Last Tuesday, Furman Engaged took over campus as students presented on their most recent academic and research experiences. Megan Womble reports.
Furman Engaged celebrates a wide variety of undergraduate research and creativity of the students on campus. The event was launched by the Office of Undergraduate Research and Internships starting in 2009. The annual event brings the campus together for a day of presentations, posters, and performances for students to showcase their work.
And then 15 reasons why exercise is beneficial for the body, and then we looked at pathophysiology of exercise.
My project is on my summer internship at Clarity Inc., the Speech, Hearing, and Learning Center. And so I worked with different speech pathologists. Furman Engaged is a great way to share your summer research with friends.
The students present projects from a range of subjects, from research to internships to creative works in the Fine Arts Department. Furman Engaged has it all.
I actually did present my freshman year. I'm actually a senior now, so I've gotten 4 years at Furman Engaged. I really enjoy it because I got to see what my peers do, what they study, and what the research they get to present. And you get to learn a lot about your friends and all the people here at Furman and the great opportunities they've had.
The program is open for all classes to participate. Students are invited to join any session across campus. The sessions are divided by department and welcomes the student body and community to sit in on the presentations. Furman Engaged takes place every year in the spring. The students and faculty look forward to this event.
Furman Engaged is a great opportunity for students to showcase their work on and off campus throughout the academic year. This is Megan Womble reporting for the Nightly News.
If you haven't yet presented at Furman Engaged, maybe next year will be your year.
Are you looking for a way to expand your horizons? The Upstate Islamic Center has made it easier than ever to meet Muslims in our community. Emma Deviney reports.
The Upstate Islamic Center hosted its third annual Meet Your Muslim Neighbor event last Thursday. Members of the Upstate community came to further educate themselves about the Islamic religion.
A lot of people, something like 6 out of 10 Americans have never met a Muslim personally, and so the event provides an opportunity for people in the Upstate to get to know Muslims, to build relationships with them, and to learn about who we are. American Muslims are really vibrant part of American society, and people don't realize that because they don't know us. And so we want to get to know them, and we want them to get to know us, and that's the purpose of the event.
Several informational stations were set up around the venue for visitors to learn about different aspects of Islam. Also, members of the Muslim community brought homemade dishes from their countries of origin to share with the crowd.
We have a lot of brothers and sisters here that are probably our doctors, or probably one day are going to be our lawyers or engineers, or maybe Sophia here would be the next, great author of a Nobel Prize book or something. But I just think that it's just important for us to learn from one another, and there's opportunities like this that give us that beautiful opportunity to really get to know one another.
To end the event, local Muslims stood to share their experiences living in a community that sometimes rejects them.
Meet Your Muslim Neighbor is an annual event hosted by the Upstate Islamic Center. If you'd like to find more information out about this Muslim community in the Upstate, you can contact Dr. Akan Malichi at akan.malichi@furman.edu. This is Emma Deviney reporting for the Nightly News.
Meet Your Muslim Neighbor was a great success. Be sure to attend next year.
How will a grant to the sciences help promote the new Furman Advantage? Gar Tate reports.
On April 3rd, it was announced that the Chemistry, Biology, and Earth and Environmental Science departments received a grant for almost $500,000.
So this award came from the Sherman Fairchild Foundation, which is a group that sponsors, among other things, awards to support chemistry instrumentation and science instrumentation across the United States.
This award will be used to purchase equipment to help research in the departments.
So the three instruments that we are able to purchase with this $500,000 grant, as you mentioned, are a confocal microscope, a scanning electron microscope, and for brevity, an ICP AES.
These machines will allow for better imaging on a microscopic level, as well as testing water sample composition. With this award comes immediate implementation of the funds.
We'll begin this year with a confocal microscope, and we should have it actually installed before the end of the summer.
This prestigious award is beneficial for undergraduates and their research.
And I think it's going to be a really great opportunity for a lot of students, for a lot of the research groups, because with this new instrumentation, a lot of new research is opening up. So I know in the chemistry department, the material chemists, those who are working to make new and cool materials that can be used in industry and medicine, are now going to be able to use that, the microscopes, to look at surfaces in a new way.
This is just one way that Furman is implementing the new Furman Advantage.
So if you go to a lot of other campuses that are liberal arts campuses in particular, you won't find this type of instrumentation or access.
These machines from this grant will allow Furman science majors to excel in the classroom and after graduation in the professional workforce. This is Gar Tate reporting for the Nightly News.
Up next, senior art majors say goodbye to their 4 years with the farewell show.
Also, wondering what the colored powder is on the sidewalks? Here's Haley Schultz with our activity segment.
Thanks, Jasmine. After 4 years of hard work, the seniors got to put their talents on display. Sammy Clough reports.
Passages, the Furman Senior Art Exhibition, was opened on Tuesday, April 4th in the Thompson Gallery of the Rowe Art Building. This was the last opportunity for senior art students to put their artistic abilities on display here at Furman.
Okay, so one of the first things that I thought about when I was creating these pieces what is the nature of our senior show? Our senior show is all about commemorating something into the future. It's our legacy, it's our last footprint, our last chance to make a mark and make something that matters.
The art show consisted of a variety of artistic mediums, such as painting, prints, and ceramics.
My installation is a series of carved and painted ceramic sculptures that are tied loosely around my trip to Australia, thanks to my Uncle Mike, and they represent my family, my friends, and the importance that they hold to me. The seasonal panels on the bottom of the installation are dotted with certain glazes to represent the emotions tied to those seasons. So after the show, I plan to try and sell my project if there are any takers, and if not, I think my mom has claimed a spot on our wall.
The senior art exhibit will remain open until May 4th, giving potential buyers the opportunity to check out the seniors' artwork.
Every year, senior artists like Connie and Catherine work tirelessly throughout the year in order to make this exhibit special for their fellow students and professors. As Furman Engage comes to a close tonight, the rising senior art students already began to prepare ideas for their artwork to be shown at next year's senior art exhibit. This is Sammy Clough with the Nightly News.
The exhibit will remain open through May 4th. Spring has come. Furman is celebrating through a Hindu color war. Arisa Fujiyoshi reports.
On April 8, the Association of Students Interested in Asia, called Asia for short, hosted the Holy Color Festival CLP.
Holi is a celebration of good over evil, and it's celebrated in the beginning of spring, and it's a day full of color. The historical ideal behind it is like it was a time when like people used to purify their body kind of. So like the elements used in color where like for yellow it will be turmeric, then like jasmine would be crushed and made like purple or something. But now it's more commercial, it's more synthetic. So no, not a lot of people know that reason anymore, but it's just a day full of color and it's a big party.
Asia has held this event for the past 5 years and plans to continue it in the future.
Furman has a lot of events going on about diversity and stuff, but people do not get to celebrate different events. Like we talk about many events like in the US, like Mardi Gras and stuff, and people know about them, but they do not know about international events just like Holi or Diwali or Eid for Muslims. So this is a very good opportunity for them to learn about the culture in different parts of the world. Like today we learned about the culture of Asia.
We're going to India in the fall, so this is like the perfect event to get us ready to go, and we're so excited.
Yeah, we're not going to be there in the spring for Holi in India, but this was like fun because this might be like what it would be like in India.
So we gotta do a little pre-celebration for India.
Yeah.
Many Furman students enjoy coloring each other at this Hindu event, regardless of their cultural and religious differences. This is Arisa Fujiyoshi reporting for the Nightly News.
That's all for activities. Back to you, Jasmine.
How can you support Furman? By reading the school newspaper, The Paladin. Nick Shaw reports.
The Furman Paladin is not only Furman's mascot, but also its newspaper. The Paladin is a student-run newspaper that prints weekly. It features opinions, campus news, and a sports section. We interviewed a sports columnist for The Paladin.
Yeah, I think so far in my experience writing for the newspaper, it's really opened my eyes to something maybe I want to do. In my career path, I might want to continue writing for sports and reporting for sports, maybe for the rest of my life.
We asked Sammy what his favorite part about writing for The Paladin is.
I think my favorite part about writing for the Paladin is getting to know some of the athletes more through interviews and some of the coaches. I think it's really cool to connect with the student athletes because, I mean, we're all students together, and I just really love that aspect of it.
We finally asked Sammy what he wishes the Furman Paladin achieves each time they publish a paper.
Every time I write an article for the newspaper, I really try to maybe get the student body behind the sport a little more because I'm a really passionate sports fan. For Furman even, and I just really, my goal is to get maybe just one more student to come to a game or cheer for Furman a little more.
You can find the Furman newspapers located throughout the academic buildings on campus. This is Nick Shaw reporting for the Nightly News.
Up next in sports, Furman announces a new basketball coach and the name might be more familiar than you think.
The Furman men's lacrosse team is on a roll this season. The boys thrilled their fans this weekend with yet another win. Here is Mary Kate Mackin with our sports segment.
A familiar face will now lead the Furman men's basketball team. Athletic Director Mike Buddy promotes assistant coach Bob Ritchie to head coach. Emma Gibney reports.
Bob Ritchie is now officially Furman University men's head basketball coach. He publicly accepted this role at a press conference on Furman's campus on Monday, April 10th. Current players, including Daniel Fowler and Jonathan Jean, are excited to play under Ritchie's leadership. Ritchie recruited 11 out of 13 players when he held the position as assistant coach.
He came up with this team. He recruited a lot of the players. He's real. A lot of the people around Furman know him, so I knew he was going to get it. And then, of course, the basketball team, we vouched for him. We knew that he would be a good replacement for Coach Mevin.
Oh, I feel like it'll be a great adjustment. You know, he's been with us the same amount of time as Nico has, so I mean, I'm excited for it. He really understands us. He's a player's coach as well, and he really connects with us, so I'm excited for that.
Furman Athletic Director Mike Buddy also has full confidence in Ritchie's capability to lead this team.
I was really humbled in the process, the support that we were able to get, but you know, it was so humbling that you didn't feel like you had to manipulate it. You just had to make sure you were prepared, and the people were fighting for you, and I think everybody wanted to see some continuity and continue this program moving forward.
The players are taking lessons learned from Medved and Ritchie into account as they prepare for the next season.
This team is going to work every single day to continue to improve. Our goal is, in a micro standpoint, is daily improvement. Can we work every single day to love each other more and to work harder and to get closer and to get better as a unit? And then, you know, we all know it's been since 1980 around here that this program has been in the NCAA tournament, and we're going to work as hard as we can every single day to try to knock that streak off and see if we can go dancing.
The Furman community is eager to see what Coach Ritchie and the men's basketball team can accomplish next season. I'm Emma Gibney reporting for the Nightly News.
Coach Ritchie attempts to lead the Paladins to their first NCAA tournament appearance since 1980. The Furman men's lacrosse team celebrates a big win from this weekend. The game against the Air Force Academy kept the crowd on the edge of their seats. Megan Brophy reports.
On Saturday, the Furman men's lacrosse team took home a win against Air Force at the second-to-last home game. It was a slow start, but the final score ended up being 8-7 Furman. It was also military appreciation, so the boys played for the vets. All were represented in the touching tribute. The team has been improving throughout the past few seasons. The men's lacrosse coach has a positive outlook for the future of the league.
We've played a very challenging schedule the whole time that we've been here, right from the beginning. Our players have played against Duke, North Carolina, Ohio State, Penn State, the University of Denver, several teams in the top 10. So we've been playing that level of competition, and now we're starting to mature.
Both Air Force and Furman were undefeated within the Southern Conference. Last year, Air Force beat Furman by 10 points, so this game was a toss-up on who would take home the win. Air Force took 27 shots compared to Furman's 22, and they saved 5 compared to Furman's 9. The Paladins' success stopped the Falcons' 12-game winning streak. The game was streamed live on ESPN3.
That's the end of the game. Final score, Furman 8.
So the game today was a big one. We were both 3-0 in the conference. Got my little buddy Landon here. Wave hi to the camera. There you go. Awesome. And it was a big win, 8-7. Played really hard, fought to the end, and came out with a win. So it was a great day.
The last home game is against VMI on April 22nd at 12 p.m. This is Megan Brophy with the Nightly News.
Come out and support the lacrosse teams for their final games of the season. That's all for sports this week. Back to you, Olivia and Jasmine.
That's all for the news this week.
Join us next time for the Nightly News.